Hi, this is Dr. Jenny Mitchell, and I'm going to take you on Week 8 assignment tour. This is our final tour. If you go down here to Week 8, you're going to notice that you have a web page here that's going to include the final project requirements. You'll notice that you're to use for your presentation, a screencast-o-matic. It does require you to include your webcam, otherwise we wouldn't be able to see your body language. You want to make sure that your content is on target. You want to make sure you have clear articulation, that you've used good slides with good transitions. Think of it as making sure it accompanies what your points you're trying to make. You're well prepared, and you use any kind of data visualizations that we've looked at before. Like, for example, the data visualization where we looked at the cause and effect diagram, and then we went in deeper on some of those fins. That might be, I might be looking for something like that as an example. You'll notice that the presentations are due on Thursday of the last week of class. This is so that when students actually look at a presentation, they can give you what I call constructive criticism using the feedback sandwich. So that is part of the same discussion points that you're going to be awarded at the end of the semester. So definitely make sure that you do that. There's also, if you want, there's a rubric that gives you some ideas of what we're looking for in that paper. Most of you are using a project that you're passionate about. I'm sure that's going to come right in on the paper as well. Don't forget that even some of the web apps that you've looked at could be part of what your bibliography includes. You notice here that I talk about the elements of thought. That was introduced some time ago. Make sure that you use all of the models and the things that we've done throughout the class as well. You want to have your cause and effect diagram. You want to have your SWOT. You want to have PESTLE and Porter's 5 forces. There may be some of you that do that SMART model. Those kinds of things. Some of you may incorporate some infographics into what you're doing. It is a data visualization class, so I want to make sure that your paper and your presentation takes advantage of some of those tools that we've used. So you'll also notice that it gives you an indication that you want to write in third person, not first person, so you can't say I. You can say researcher or author. Also, this paper minimum is 3,500 words. I have no doubt that you'll be able to do much more than 3,500 words, but make sure you at least do that amount. Then just a note that if you do have some technology issues, we can adjust things that that might come up. Now I'm also going to go into the overview here a little bit and go to through the syllabus. These are, if you want to go back and look at the learning outcomes for your focus area, you'll notice that, for example, in focus area for OL is providing visionary leadership to support strategic planning that balances continuity and change. So all of you are doing some type of leadership project. You found an issue at your organization and you're trying to solve that issue. So you're all taking a lead in doing that. And some of you may even be doing more than just taking the lead. You may actually want to apply this, and I hope that's the case. You'll notice here that we've done a lot of things in this course, and so it's led up to this final project. We've used a lot of books, and it's possible that some of those books might end up in your bibliography as well. So just make sure that that if you're using something from that textbook or that book, that you include it. Now when I get down here, I'm sorry about scrolling. I'll scroll down this a little quicker here and get to the number 8 one. I just want to make sure that you see that the Dropbox information goes in on March 22nd. The information on that was actually in week 7. And then your discussion board, we have the presentation points. There's also, here's how you do your feedback, and the paper is not due till the last day of class. Keep in mind that I'm asking that you put your presentation, your final one, and your paper in the e-portfolio, and you'll earn 10 points for doing that. That's going to help Dr. Pontausi and myself for assessment. So we need those in that e-portfolio, and we need you to share them with us, or we can't see them. So make sure you do that. Just if you look down here, we have in the syllabus as well. This actually works with that rubric that I pointed out in that web page a minute ago. Uh, Essentially, that you're using good evidence and you're using synthesis and analysis, and really all of you are at that point. This has been one of my best classes, so I'm very, very pleased that how this is all coming together, and I'm looking forward to what you produce. And just a note here, it has specific requirements that need to be in that paper. Not necessarily all of these need to be in your presentation. You may want to spend more time on what part of the solution that you've put together. But I do want you to realize that those need to be either in the paper or the presentation, or both. So make sure you look at that. If we go back to week 8, you'll see here then that here's what we looked at is the web page. Here's the presentation, goes into the discussion. It's due by Thursday night at 7, the last day of class, which I believe, or not the last day of class, but the Thursday before the last day. So it's due April 2nd. The paper's due, of course, April 4th, which that's our last day of class. Your student, if you want, there's an e-portfolio guide that tells you how to put your items up into the e-portfolio. And the college has added an end of course evaluation survey that is available to you through March 30th through April 11th. And this is basically evaluating this course. And I really use those to help me change the course. The course you're in right now is a big change from the way I taught it before. Basically, some of the infographics were much later in the course. I really reorganized this course a lot. So I'm hoping that I get some feedback from you about what things you would want me to change, or what things you would want me to add, or what things you feel like maybe was too much of busy work. I want to hear it all, good, bad, and the ugly, because that really helps me do a better job. So I just wanted to give you this last little note of encouragement. Stay safe, stay healthy, and good luck on this week 8. So I'll be talking to you soon. Thanks a lot.